Take our time then if we want to.
The light's on.
All right, here we go.
I spoke out of turn there.
Time is now 5 o'clock. The meeting of the Board of Works and Public Safety is called to order. Let the record reflect we have a quorum to conduct tonight's meeting. First item on the agenda is the minutes of the regular meeting of November 8th, 2018. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
Second.
Any comments or questions?
No.
All those in favor, please raise your hand. Unanimous, thanks. Unfinished business, there is none. Move to new business. Item A, approval of a task order with Beam Longest and Neff LLC. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Bill, do you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yeah, I can give you some background on. So it is essentially an engagement contract or task order. We have an on-call contract with Beam Longest and Neff that was previously approved by this board. I can't remember when exactly, but this task order is for them to take a look at the Franklin Road plans and possibly suggest some value engineering to help save money in the long run on construction costs, right away, et cetera.
I had actually spoke with a former board member of this committee who works there, and he was asking me about contacting CSX a little bit. I think they're trying to actually improve the slope on the tracks as well. Is that correct?
That's correct, yep. So in working with CSX to maybe offset some of those costs, that's certainly part of it.
Yeah.
All the proverbial cards are on the table.
Have there been any renderings or any drawings of any kind? Forgive me, I haven't seen any if there are.
Yeah, there are some preliminary drawings. I want to say we're at around 60%.
Okay.
So the drawings are in place. But again, we have run into some unforeseen issues with added expenses to the project that, you know, in the long run could delay some of the timeline of it, but the hope is that with this added engineering, value engineering is what you might call it, that we'll get this project back on schedule and get it done.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions? Mr. Anthony?
So when you say value engineering, they're going to try to find out how to streamline process?
It's more or less a peer review to look at maybe ways that we can, you know, still accomplish what we're seeking to accomplish, but finding more cost-effective ways to do it, material costs, et cetera.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is that I guess that just seems.
It's actually very common practice, value engineering. We hear it a lot in construction industry. Not a fan of it actually sometimes because, you know, there's obviously more than one way to build things, and value engineering means you're coming in with you may have a set budget and you want something this big, but you got to do it in this budget, and you have to value engineer it. So you got to make it fit, and we see it a lot in the construction industry.
Okay.
Now, was there any, what do I want to say? I'm at a loss of words today, but not funding, but what am I thinking? Grants. Was there any grants on this project?
Yeah, there are currently federal grants to the project. Yep, federal
That
money.
area specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I was thinking there might.
Yeah, there's federal money involved with it. We have a local match, et cetera, that we have to meet per those guidelines. But yeah, currently there is a federal money to do it.
Okay.
Is there TIF money in there also? Is that in the TIF district or no?
It is, I think, within the TIF district, or it's just right outside of, but definitely benefiting it. The RDC is actually funding design through the TIF monies.
It's in an opportunity zone.
That I can't say for sure, but David can, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. That whole area is the opportunity zone, or that trades the trades.
Yeah, the trades district. Yes, and actually the Fort is as well.
Yeah, they're their own. Well,
they're a separate opportunity zone, but both census tracts are opportunity zones. Yeah.
It's low to moderate income housing tract too in the Fort.
Yeah, with the opportunity zone under the federal law guidelines, there are different parameters based on census data. So the 2 census tracts actually were approved, but I don't remember the exact details of what those were.
Okay.
So, and just so on the funding question, to kind of circle back to yours, Tracy, that what all options are on the table with Beam Long SNF looking at this. If there's a more effective way for the city to fund this or finance it, whatever the case, those are the kind of value engineering principles that they'll be providing us.
There's already a plan
Yes.
set. Okay.
Yeah.
Any further questions?
I don't think so.
I have a first and second. Anything from legal on this? Okay, all those in favor, please indicate by raising your hand. Unanimous, thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda under new business is item B, approval of the review context road plans. We've been given a set of blueprints over here. I had a chance to look at them before the meeting. Correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like it's an existing building on the Lawton Loop East
Correct.
that they're basically just reconfiguring the parking lot and the storm drain and all the tie-ins that go behind the building. Is that correct?
And there will also be public right-of-way around that building.
Okay.
Is this,
Where the on-street parking is, that's public right-of-way
I see.
and will be public infrastructure.
I see.
does this have to do with the school building?
School, no, it not, you're talking about Fortune Academy?
Yeah.
No, it's nothing to do with that project. It's one of the vacant buildings there, I
Right
can't.
by the law office, I believe, isn't there?
Yeah, it's right
over there?
in that area. You have the condos and then it's right next to the condominiums
I
there.
forgot to read the address, but
Yeah, I don't remember the address right
it should be
offhand.
on the cover page right there.
Is it? It's not the radio station. Vacated. Wait, that's the reuse authority address. It's good read.
So just to give you some background, I guess, why we're here today is more or less, we need your approval by ordinance to have these plans need to be referred to the civil engineer's office or the city engineer's office for actual review upon submittal. So I'm here to attest to the fact that the FHRA, through their engineers, Cripe engineers, have submitted all of the plans and all of our requirements by ordinance, applications, et cetera. So we're actually ready to review, but I need this board's approval to review it.
The clerk and I were talking about this. This is kind of new territory for this committee. We don't typically do this. Is it because it's on Fort Harrison Reuse Authority property, or what is the
It's,
precedence?
well, we did do something like this similar, if you'll recall, to the Otis Avenue extension.
Okay,
When they built that new section. It's just really whenever new roads are built that are eventually going to be public right-of-way.
I
So-
think because this board actually owns and has control over
Right.
all the roads in the city, so
Yeah.
it would make sense that you approve and moving forward with the review of it, since they are going to be under your authority.
yeah. I'm going to ask the board members, first off, do either of you, have you had an opportunity to look at these prints at all, or do you understand them? There's a lot of information on there I was reading. I look at prints all the time, and I kind of know what I'm looking at. Most of it looks like a parking lot that's basically a right-of-way for a public street. If I'm not mistaken, on the back, for sure. Have you guys had a chance to look at this at all?
No.
No,
Would you like a chance?
yes.
And if,
What's the timeline concerns here? Obviously, you guys need to review it. It takes, what, 2 or 3 weeks to review, am I correct?
yeah, tops, I mean, we can't come back to you all with a recommendation for either approval or denial.
Sure.
For at least 14 days or your next regularly scheduled meeting.
Yeah.
If you would like, I can see if maybe a representative of the FHRA could come in and give you some more background about the rationale for the plans and why they are the way they are.
Sure.
If that would be helpful, I'd be happy to make contact on, the board's behalf to those individuals.
I'm not going to speak for myself, or I'm going to speak for myself and not the entire committee, but I think given the nature of this project and the lack of opportunity to really see it,
Okay.
I would like to defer this until the next meeting,
Okay.
and then give these guys a couple of weeks to look at it, ask questions, shoot emails, bring it back up. It should be a quick turnaround. I'm not worried about it, but I want to make sure we have all sets of eyes on it if you don't
Sure.
mind.
And like I said, if you want me to contact, or if this board wants me to contact the FHRA, I'll make that offer. Just let me know.
I would appreciate.
Is that okay with you guys?
From there, come and explain themselves.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to, no cause for action tonight. I mean, if it's not, an earth-shattering decision we need to make tonight, I'd like to give these guys the luxury of looking at it thoroughly, if you don't mind.
That is perfectly fine. And in the meantime, at your request, I'll contact the FHRA and see if I can arrange the director to come over.
I know there's been a lot of discussion with the Lawton Loop residents about different or even a road in between there, and I mean, do they know about all? I mean, it's all been.
I don't want to, it's my understanding, I'm not speaking for anyone else, but it's my understanding that their board and the Lawton Loop Homeowners Association are aware of these plans. But like I said, I would be more than happy to have someone from that agency, the FHRA, come over and explain that, and so you can hear it straight from their mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and take nothing away. Oh, I'm sorry, did I interrupt you?
No, I was gonna say maybe even the Lawton Loop Homeowners Association.
Okay.
Yeah, take nothing away from this. I mean, there's always a good thing of improving an abandoned building. I mean, that's effectively what we're doing. I guess I would question, not that it's relevant to these plans, but what is the intent and the purpose of that building that they're planning? What are they planning to do with that? Do you know? I mean,
I can speak to a very high level. It's going to house a professional services firm, I believe, Context Design. I believe they're an architecture firm. So that's why it's called the Context Road Plans.
makes sense.
So I don't think I'm letting the cat out of the bag by saying that, but I believe that's the plan, is that they're going to occupy the majority of the building. I think they're going to purchase the building, and then there may be some tenant space in there as well,
Gotcha.
if I'm not mistaken. But again, I don't know because they haven't submitted building plans yet.
Okay. This is all just civils. I didn't see any building plans in there, so this was all just parking lot, your underground storms, sanitaries, all that stuff, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Are you,
Is this the rundown building that's been empty for a long
I
time?
think it is, isn't it? It's been empty for quite a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been empty for quite some time. I think you have two buildings side by side there. One's bigger than the other. It's the smaller of the two.
Okay. Oh, so they've been trying to find someone to fix that up and, okay.
Well, if you guys are comfortable, I'm going to defer this to give you time to absorb it, look at it, ask questions. Obviously, if you don't mind, we're going to, probably fire off some emails back and forth to you and whomever you put us in touch with.
Yeah, I just don't want it just to cause for them to not be able to move forward with their.
Right.
No, I don't think it will cause, I mean, I can't say for sure that it's not going to cause a delay, but given the season that's coming up, I don't think they're going to be installing new roadway there between now and spring.
Oh, okay. All right. So like I said before, we'll just defer this until the next meeting. It's not tabled. It's not, squashed or anything. We're just going to push it off for a couple of weeks, give us time to put it on our plate.
Perfectly fine. Yep.
Any comments from the oh, sorry.
Yep.
Any comments from the administration?
None tonight. Nope.
Okay. Well, have a good Thanksgiving.
Same to you. Thanks.
And there are no citizens' comments. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? We are adjourned.
So can we leave these with you, and then if they need them?
Yeah.